And we are back. National School Choice Week is from January 26th to February 1st, shining a spotlight on effective education options for children. It recognizes all children from K through 12 options, giving them, I should say, options, including traditional public schools, public charter schools, public magnet schools, private schools, online academies, and homeschooling. Classic Charter Schools focuses on the fundamentals of reading, writing, and math, while also teaching Latin starting in the 3rd grade and debate starting in the 4th grade. And here now to tell us a little bit more about the school is the executive director of the Classic Charter Schools, Lester Long. And Lester, good to have you.
Daren. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, thank you. So many people may not be so fully aware about School Choice Week. So let's first tell them, because this is that week.
Yeah, this is the week. This is the week that we, as a community, come together to really advocate for and discuss the benefits of choice. Parents, especially in affluent communities, have choices. They can choose to send their children to public schools, to private schools, et cetera. And we want to make sure all students and all parents have that opportunity. Every kid learns differently. I want to make sure, and we want to make sure that parents have the opportunity to pick the school that they think will best work for their children.
So what goes on throughout the course of the week?
It's a celebration about just raising awareness on all fronts, making sure that parents know this, making sure that our legislators know this, making sure the world knows this. That's why I'm here, to make sure that they know that there are options. There are public schools that'll work great for their kids, or there might be a charter school that would be better, maybe a parochial school or private.
You're executive director of Classic Charter Schools, and so tell us a little bit about Classic Charter Schools.
Oh, great. Yeah, Classical Charter Schools started in 2004. I founded it. It's based on the fundamentals. It's making sure that our students can read, write, and do arithmetic well. We have a character education aspect that we're really proud of. All students get character ed for 1 hour per week, where we talk about what it's like to be a good citizen with impeccable character. We've now grown to we're 4 schools. We educate 1,500 students at this point.
Wow, amazing work, amazing work.
All in the South Bronx.
Right here. So when you talk about the approach of charter school, it has a different approach as traditional school. What are some of those different approaches that you can find in a charter school that maybe I don't necessarily find in regular public school?
That's a great question. Charter schools can vary. There is no one type of charter school. There are charter schools that focus on children with autism. There are schools that focus on students who are what's called overage and undercredited. These are students who have been held back enough that they might not finish 12th grade by 21. There are charter schools that focus on them. There are schools that focus on English language learners, like Classical does. So they run the gamut, and I think those options don't necessarily happen in the public school Department of Education portfolio of schools.
So when you talk about having the opportunity to attend a charter school, parents, of course, very much involved. I know you do a great job of trying to engage parents. Talk about the parent involvement.
It's very important. I mean, I think the whole point of school choice is realizing that parents know their kids better than anyone. And at Classical, we go out into the community. We want to hear parents, hear their concerns, hear what they think their children need, and we respond in that regard. Applying to charter schools is interesting. It's a simple application. It can be done online. It's a one-pager. Classical gets about 13 to 15 applications per seat. So the demand is high for these schools, and that's one of the things where we want to grow, because we think parents deserve this other option.
Right. You talked about 4 here in the Bronx area, right? And you talk of expanding. I mean, given the fact you've got so many people vying for just 1 seat.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more heartbreaking than pushing a parent away because we just don't have the capacity. So we're working with Albany and we're working with City Hall to see if we can grow within the South Bronx. We're totally focused on this community. All our schools are named South Bronx Classical 1, South Bronx Classical 2, et cetera. So yeah, we do want to grow.
So you told me a little bit, each school, charter school, is definitely different, right? So is there a difference even in the 4 that you have?
Not so much, not so much. Our program is interesting. It does focus on the fundamentals, as I say. We offer Latin in 3rd grade. I don't think any other school in the city does that. The kids love it.
Really?
They find it fascinating. And debate in 4th. It's a great opportunity. We say it's an exercise in learning conflict resolution. Debate is a way to learn how to more powerfully state your case. And by doing that, it, I think, de-escalates a lot of interpersonal conflict that can happen.
Yeah, you use the word, let's state your case. So I'm going to give you a chance. State your case for charter schools.
Flexibility. Each school is different, so parents get a longer list of schools from which they can choose for their students. Another is charter schools can fail. We are accountable to our parents to make sure that we do good work. So if we don't perform well, we close down. That definitely changes the focus.
Yeah. So if people want to get involved, get connected, what are they doing?
If you want to get connected to classical charter schools, you can just go to classicalcharterschools.org. There is a website for National School Choice Week. The New York City Charter School Center website is nyccharterschools.org. There's some opportunities there.
In this business, they talk about questions, and no question is a dumb question. Some questions are dumb, but I'm going to ask you this one here. I don't think it's a dumb question at all. But if I'm a parent and I'm out there watching, and I say, you know what, I'm thinking about putting my child in charter school, what should I be looking for in that charter school?
A school that matches the, we'll go to the websites of the schools that you're looking for and find, that's not a dumb question, by the way, and looking to see if the school matches your philosophy on how you want your child to be educated. Schools educate kids for the majority of their day. The kids are usually at the school more than they're at home, so making sure that fit is important is great. All schools, especially charter schools, host parent visits, so you call, set up an appointment, and go visit, do a tour.
All right, Lester, thanks much.
Been a pleasure. Thank you.
Good to have you.
Take care.
Yeah. The reason that we ask that question is because there are some parents out there that say, hey, listen, what should I be looking for in a charter school? Well, Lester just gave you the answer, and I want you to know, if you want more information, all you have to do, visit their website at classicalcharterschools.org. You can find out all the information, get connected, find out, especially during National Schools Choice Week. Well, we don't want you to go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to learn how an organization is actually mentoring and advocating for disadvantaged girls. They're coming up right after this.